Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to our Live Your Purpose event. My name is Jen Hawkins, and I'm a Double Diamond Ambassador with Plexus. I am so glad that you're here and you took time out of your night to spend some time learning about Plexus and the power of the products and the opportunity. Now, I'd just like to take a couple of minutes to share with you how Plexus has changed my life. When Plexus came across my Facebook newsfeed just about 6 years ago, I was not interested in the business, even though I was looking for something to do to supplement our family's income from home. I was looking for something to help me lose the last bit of baby weight. You see, even though we were looking for something to do, something that I could do from home, I had always stiff-armed this kind of business. I just wasn't interested. But my husband, he is a very fiscally responsible man. If you're watching, hey babe. But he told me that if you're going to keep taking these products long-term, then you're going to at least have to break even. He gave me 2 months until that point that I had to break even on my products. So 3 weeks in, I was in love with the products. I had started to lose weight and kicked my ugly Diet Dr. Pepper habit, and even taking care of some of the dreaded bathroom issues that can plague women after they have babies. So I knew that I was going to be taking these products long-term. Started sharing that first paycheck. I knew that this would change everything. And by everything, I did not mean what Plexus has actually done for our family, but rather that I could be a stay-at-home mom. I was desperate to be a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to be the one that was there in the mornings. I wanted to put my babies down for a nap, and I wanted to have more time with them throughout the week. And so I knew that this was going to be the answer, and it was. So I encourage you that if you are sitting here thinking, like, I don't know, this whole Plexus thing, I don't know if it's for me. I want you to think about, what is your purpose in life? I believe that everybody was made for a purpose. And whatever your purpose may be, I actually accidentally found that beyond being a mom, Plexus is my purpose. And I know that that isn't the case for everybody. But what is your purpose? Well, I know that you cannot fulfill your greatest potential in your purpose if you are sick, if you are tired all the time, if you are in pain, if you are stressed, if you are anxious, if you are worried about how you're going to make ends meet. I know that those kind of circumstances do not lend themselves to you being your best you and living out your purpose. Well, I have seen thousands upon thousands of testimonies, and I'm so thankful that I've been able to be a link in a chain to all of those testimonies. But we'll see. What was I trying to say? That I've seen enough of them to know that these products can be the answer to your prayers. I have seen that these products can give you your life back. And you're going to hear from some of my friends tonight that are going to share some of that with you. And I'm so excited for you to hear from them because that is where the power of Plexus lies, is in our stories and what these products are doing for people. You'll hear a little bit about the business as well. Before I move on, I just want to say I kind of share a little bit about my journey, but I have to leave you with, I already shared with you, I love that I could be a chain link in thousands upon thousands of testimonies. But my other part of this journey that is my absolute favorite, that was unexpected, is when you're blessed, you can be a blessing. And we have been blessed so abundantly. So to be a blessing abundantly and to give back abundantly has been so incredible and so fun. That is fun to me, is being able to give in big ways. And we have been able to do that through Plexus. So think about that in your purpose. Is your purpose ministry? And you give and give and give, but you don't have a lot to give maybe, but you could give more if you received more. Well, think about Plexus as a vehicle to help you realize your purpose. Okay, so now I'm going to turn it over to our amazing testimonies tonight. First up, we have Leanne Lackey. I'm so excited for you to hear from her and these other gals. Take it away, Leanne.
Okay, thank you, Jen. As she said, my name is Leanne. I am a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus, and I have been using Plexus for 5 years. So it's actually 5 years this month. And I will tell you how I started. I saw some posts from some great friends from college, and I kind of ignored them for a while. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know that I needed what I needed. I knew that I was really suffering from some major health issues. One of them is a thyroid disease that obviously, or an autoimmune disease that's obviously attacking my thyroid. So I had brain fog. I had significant weight gain by, I'm going to say close to 100 pounds. I had some significant hair loss, lots of hair loss. You could see my scalp. The fatigue, you name it. If you have struggled with that issue, you know the gamut that can happen when that is happening in your life. I had tried many things, obviously, and have been with my doctor and still am under my doctor's care. But what it has done for me is to help all of those issues. So we know from research and we know from literature that there is a direct link from gut health and how your body's functioning. All those systems work together, and we know that those systems work together. And so when you are treating one system, it affects every system in your body. So the gut is highly correlated and connected to autoimmune disease. And so I realized that that was a big connection for me, and I really needed to focus on gut health. So here's what happened. I did. I ordered my products and I got them and skeptically started trying them. I didn't even, here's a little secret. I didn't even tell my husband what I was doing. I just ordered them, and he was about the third week. He goes, "What in the world are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm drinking my pink drink." And I was like, "Is that okay?" You know, it was kind of one of those moments that you think, I hope he's okay that I'm going to be doing this, because I was going to be doing this. And it just made a huge difference. That fatigue started to go away. I started dropping a few pounds, which obviously helped motivate me to want to drop more pounds. Positivity breeds positivity. And when that scale is kind of moving, even if it's moving slow, it definitely helps you to want to keep going. And that was a tool that I needed. That pink drink really helped. And then obviously I had also been struggling with gut issues, and I've been struggling with them since about my college years. And so these products have helped all of that. In fact, quite honestly, I don't struggle with it at all anymore. And mine were pretty severe. Another thing that I had gotten into the bad habit of was, like Jen mentioned, Diet Dr. Pepper. I could drink not one, not two, sometimes 4 or 5 a day. Embarrassingly, I share that with you. By about week 2, maybe 7, 8 days, I popped that can open, and I just thought I was going to really enjoy it. I took a few sips and I thought, this tastes like cough syrup. I don't know why that was the taste that I tasted, but that was it. So I kind of set it aside because we were on a budget, and, you know, I had to budget my Dr. Peppers, right? Like all of that was in my line items. And I thought, oh, I'll drink it later, because like, I don't want to waste it. And I came back later and I thought, it doesn't taste any better. So I kind of left it there. It got poured out, did it again the next day. It really it was not doing it. So I was able to get off of that, or get away from that addiction of soda. And so quite honestly, it's been about 5 years, and I have not had a Diet Dr. Pepper since. So that obviously helps my health journey as well. So between all of those things combined, my skin cleared up, my hair grew back, all of these great, wonderful things. So I start sharing the product, and I start sharing about what all Plexus can do. And obviously, people were thinking, well, we want to do it with you. So I organically started growing a side business. And, you know, we were just your American family that paycheck to paycheck, we just paid our bills. Like, we didn't have a huge amount of debt, but we also didn't have anything extra. And I had to work, and I work in healthcare. And as you know, weekends, holidays, and on-call was the name of the game. And that's what I did. So I was away from my family a lot. And so as my business built and as it grew, I really felt the nudging. I just felt like, honestly, I felt like God was saying, your daughter, I have a son and a daughter, one is 13 and one is 9. And I really felt like he was saying to me, they need you. And specifically, I felt like he was saying, your daughter needs you, and she needs you more now than she's going to need you ever. She needs you. And I just kept hearing that. And I thought, I got to step up my game. This is it. This is what's going to help me be able to let go of that overtime, those weekends, those holidays, and all that time that I'm having to spend away from them. So I stepped up my game, And I just started sharing more and more about Plexus. And in that process, obviously, I've blessed a lot of lives, and I have watched lives change, which has been just really a blessing for me. As much a blessing for me, honestly, is obviously getting to watch their lives change and it being a blessing to them. And so this was my second summer, you all, to work very part-time at the hospital that I've been employed at for almost 18 years. Very part-time. And I could not have done that without the business side of Plexus. And the only reason the business works is because our products have really, really helped. And I get to share that with other people. So thank you so much for allowing me to share my story with you. And now I'm going to pass it over to Angela, and you can hear from her.
Thanks, Leanne. Hi, everyone. My name is Angela Webb, and I am a very, very, very blessed Senior Gold Ambassador. My journey started a little more than 4 years ago. Prior to Plexus, I had two very strong opinions about supplementation and network marketing. As far as supplementation was concerned, I was of the opinion that it wasn't necessary. You just simply eat well and exercise when you can, and you live a healthy lifestyle. And then as far as network marketing was concerned, my thought was, I thought that network marketers were weirdos. I felt like they were product pushing, product peddlers. They invested a bunch of money into things, into their product or their service or what have you, and never really got, the return on their investment. And I just wasn't into it. And so one of my very good friends, Robin Sullivan, she's my sponsor. She sat me down one day and said, why not? And at that time I was thinking, just like Leanne was saying, we're a standard American family, we live okay. But there isn't always room for extra. Right. And so, and I was in that season where, as a new mom, I needed a weekend away, or, I wanted to be able to go and buy little things for my baby and not be worried about the budget, right? And so I will tell you, when I started, Plexus specifically blew those opinions to shreds. First of all, within my first 30 days, I was feeling amazing almost immediately. I was feeling more energized. My sugar cravings had decreased a ton. I had later realized that I was addicted to sugar, and was passing up cookies and dessert and all kinds of things, which was huge for me. My seasonal allergy flare-ups had essentially gone away. I struggled with seasonal allergies my whole life, and running the gamut from watery eyes, itchy throat, sneezing, coughing, all of that, and just miserable, right? And so I didn't have a need for my Claritin and Zyrtec and my prescription nasal spray anymore, which was, again, huge. And the one thing that I want to point out, and I always share this as a part of my story, is I was not irregular before Plexus, but I will tell you guys, there's something really amazing about going to the bathroom and then going to the bathroom, right? And if you're a part of Plexus, you know what that means. Being able to eliminate and feel like you're done, that is an amazing feeling. Okay, so that is again a huge part of my health victory with Plexus. So fast forward a year after I started, I found out I was expecting my second baby. And I had already decided, because again, I realized that supplementation was necessary, because even with our healthy diets, for all of us that are vegan or what have you, we still miss out on key nutrients and vitamins every single day. So that is why supplementation is so important. And so, I had already decided that I was going to continue taking the products while I was pregnant. But, I decided to give my OBGYN a heads up, and she looked at the ingredients and she was like, great, you're having great success with these products, so continue. So I had an amazing pregnancy, you guys. Awesome labor and delivery. Recovery was awesome. I had a super healthy baby. She's 2.5 now. And I'm so glad that I got to experience a pregnancy with Plexus, because my first pregnancy was not that seamless, I'll tell you that. And so So let's talk about the business a little bit. You know, for me, I earned my investment back within 30 days. And over the last 4 years, I have been able to pay off debts. I've been able to take my family on vacations and do fun things. But most importantly, I've been able to give, sacrificially give. And just like Jen said, you know, when you are a blessing, or when you are blessed, you should be a blessing. And that is one of my biggest motivations with Plexus. And then the last thing I'll say is that a huge blessing that was completely unexpected was the personal growth that I have experienced through this journey. I have grown so much as a person. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about others, what to say, what not to say, you know, all of that. And just, you know, being able to have confidence in the journey that I know, in the path that I know that God has me on. So to say this journey is a blessing is a gross understatement. I'll say that. And I can't wait to see where this journey leads me next. So thank you so much for letting me share. And I'm going to pass it over to Carly.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carly Warhurst, and I'm a Gold Ambassador with Plexus. So my journey started back in 2013. At the time, I had a 3-year-old son, and I was not the mom that I had pictured myself being. I was a sideline mama, desperate for change, and I thought that change would come from solely weight loss. I was still carrying around baby weight 3 years later, but I had tried it all. You name it, it was on my list of things I'd failed at. My friend Nicole thought that Plexus might be my answer, especially because there had been studies showing that they were helping people with diabetes. So begrudgingly, I finally took stuff to my endocrinologist. He approved it. And I thought I was going to start just to prove her wrong and get her off my back about it. So again, I said I started only for weight loss, I thought. But what I found first, before I lost any weight or any inches, is that I no longer needed sleep aids. I no longer needed so much coffee to get through my days as a teacher and a mom and a wife. I no longer needed antacids to sleep. You know how you would have to keep them at your bedside just so that you could stay comfortable. I was no longer experiencing that. I came off of blood pressure medication. I had to be put on blood pressure meds when I was pregnant and thought I would come right off of them. And it took until I was getting my gut healthy with Plexus for that to happen. And I had a 19-year love affair with Diet Coke. And because of Plexus, I no longer had the need to have it over and over and over in my days to keep me going and keep me happy and keep me surviving. So I did, like I said, I lost weight and I lost inches. I'm still losing weight and losing inches. But now I have a strong immune system. I went from 3 or 4 rounds of antibiotics every school year to 1. You guys, I've had 1 round of antibiotics in the last 4 years. And so that has been a huge blessing for me. My endocrinologist first, you know, he rolled his eyes and said, there's nothing wrong with it, but go for it if you want. Then it became, keep doing what you're doing, because my A1C results have been the best they've been since high school. And I have bathroom regularity. Angela, I do know what you're talking about. And it's changed our whole family's health. My son was a preemie. He was born 3 months early and has had many struggles since day one, including a lot of GI issues. And so because of Plexus, he no longer has those, and we get to take care of them in a natural way instead of scary things that this mama did not like. And his immune system is so healthy now as well, and I'm so, so, so grateful for that. My husband and I are both teachers. This is a little bit about the blessing of the financial side. So we're both teachers, and like most teachers, we are always looking for a way to supplement our income. And Plexus has helped us with things like soccer. Sometimes it pays our mortgage for us, and boy, those months, can we ever breathe that sigh of relief? And we are currently on a journey to adopt. We are getting closer to the end of that journey, which is really exciting. And Plexus has helped us to get there. So we are so grateful for Plexus for my health. I finally get to live life and not survive life. My family's health, the stories that I get to be a tiny part of for changing the health of other people, and also the financial blessings. So thank you so much for listening, and I'm going to pass it off to Susan. Thanks, guys.
Well, thank you, Carly. Hi, I'm Susan Newton. I am a silver ambassador with Plexus, and I just started my business last month. So I am brand new here, and I'm loving every minute of it. So I just want to thank you for having me on and letting me share my story with you guys. I actually started as a wholesale ambassador. I started for the discount for Joyome. It had just come out. My very good friend Tara had showed me a picture of her 14-year-old daughter and how it had helped her clear up her acne. And I knew it was for anti-aging as well. So I thought, well, if this product is for acne and anti-aging, hello, I need it in my life right now. So I tried it. And so you could tell right away that it was just very high quality, and it had replaced 5 products that I was using. So that was huge to me. So that really got my attention with Plexus. I hadn't ever used the products before, but what really struck me was I had just had a baby. I just had my second child, and I was really concerned about going the postpartum that you go through after you have a baby, because with my first child, I had really bad feelings of anxiety and feelings of being overwhelmed and feelings of sadness after my first child. So I was really afraid that I was going to go through those again. And I'm in the military. I have a 5-year-old and then now a newborn. I have a husband who's in the military and he's gone a lot. So ain't nobody got time for all those feelings floating in the air. So I needed to be able to function and to work effectively and efficiently in my life. So I started taking Triplex and also Vital Biome, because I had heard that it helps with stress and anxiety and mood and everything else. So I started taking that. And after a few weeks, I started realizing, like, I haven't cried in a while. And I know that kind of sounds silly, but like after postpartum, that's a big deal if you hadn't cried in a while. And I also just started realizing, like, I feel really good. Like, I don't have feelings of being overwhelmed. I don't have sadness. I don't have the anxiety that I thought that I would have. And I'm really starting to feel like myself again. And like I said, after being postpartum, that's a really big deal, to feel like yourself again. And that was just after a few weeks. So I just realized that I felt balanced. And that is just huge with taking these products. And like I said, I was taking Triplex and Vital Biome. And so I just, it just balanced me out. So I was realizing that these Plexus products really work. And so that is something that I started looking closer into the company and in their products. And I noticed that it's not just for women. It's not just for a certain market base or certain niche of certain type of people that likes to do a certain type of things. Because I was actually involved with another network marketing company. And so I wasn't looking for Plexus. I wasn't looking to do the business. I was just looking for different products. And that company wasn't offering this. And since I was seeing so many results, I didn't know anything about probiotics. I didn't know anything that it affects your gut and how 80% of serotonin's in your gut. And I didn't understand how it affected your brain too. And so learning and doing more research about these products, it was really piquing my interest. And since I was learning that it wasn't just for women or just for a certain niche, it was for everybody. Everybody needs these products. And so that really widens that market base. So I started looking that it's really for all ages and stages of life. So I started really looking into the company. And then I looked into the compensation plan. And so my friend Tara sat me down and we started looking at, and I actually was comparing it to other companies that I had personal experience with. And I tell you what, y'all, 11 different ways that we get paid blew my mind. I was like the little emoji with the brain exploding. I couldn't believe it. And speaking, it blows other companies out of the water. And last month was my first month in business. They actually also gave an additional bonus for last month that wasn't even in the compensation plan. So it was amazing. And how Plexus has added value in my life so far is it being in the business just 1 month and taking the products, like being balanced postpartum is huge. And then starting my business in just 1 month, I've been able to pay for a nanny to help take care of my kids. And so going back to work, and especially it took 5 years to get my son, and we had to go through IVF, and it was just really a really difficult time. And we had looked into adoption too, Carly, and everything else. So, it's just when you try so long to have a family that you dream of, and then you get it. And, I feel like God was calling me to stay home. And that has never been the case before. And so my dream and my goal is to have Plexus part of my life to allow me to do that. And I'm already on that track. And I just am so blessed that Plexus has come into my life when it has. I thank my good friend Tara for introducing it to me. And so that is just a little bit of my story and how I got involved in Plexus and the value that it's added into my life. So thank you so much for allowing me to share. And I'm just so excited for the path ahead. And so with that, I want to pass it off to Marquita and to continue on. Thank you so much.
Hi, guys. Oh my gosh, that is so touching. I hope you guys just tap into all of this because there are so many amazing stories just like that. But anyway, okay, so my name is Marquita McKinnis, and I am an extremely blessed Senior Ruby Ambassador with this amazing company that I did not go to school for. And I say that because if I tell you a little bit more about myself, I have a master's degree in computer science. I have been with a Fortune 500 company as of last week, 23 years. And I did go to school for that company. And I wake up every day dreading to go to work. And I've been doing that for 20 of those 23 years, okay? A little bit more about myself. I currently reside in Atlanta, Georgia, where I am married with 3 kids. I have a 17-year-old, a senior. Let's just pause and cry now. I also have a 13-year-old and 11-year-old. I tell people that my Plexus journey started probably when I got pregnant with all 3 of those kids. With all 3 of the kids, I struggled with unhealthy glucose metabolism. With my first child, I used diet and exercise to control that. After I gave birth, that was gone. Everything balanced back out. And then with my second, I had to inject myself nightly to stay on track. And after I gave birth to the second child, everything balanced out. After I gave birth to my little girl, Abby Lou, I suffered from that point on with unhealthy blood sugar. So with that being said, I did what most of us do, and the doctor prescribed some medicine, and I got on that medication. And probably within, I would say about 2 weeks, I started having digestive issues. I started having issues with my eyesight, and I quickly got off of that prescription med. And I think I did something that probably a lot of us do. I decided upon myself that I was going to control it. And unfortunately, I went into a 7-year denial of my health. And then in walks Plexus. So just really quickly, I'm going to give you like a testament of my entire family. For me, I have been able to get those unhealthy glucose metabolism under control. My husband has come off of 2 medications. I no longer suffer from seasonal allergies. He no longer suffers from like 4 times a year. He used to have these really bad sinus infections. He no longer suffers from that. My oldest son, who is a senior, y'all continue to pray for me. he struggled with focus, and he's been taking the products as long as we have, and he's no longer struggling with focus as he was. Things are kind of balancing out for him. And both of my younger two kids, they have not had the flu shot, nor have they been sick in the past 3 years that we've been taking the products. So for my entire family, just that decision to pay that small amount and purchase the products has totally changed our lives. Things that I really wasn't looking for when we started taking the products was the fact that I gained way more energy than I had for the very 3 active kids that I have. By day 4, I'm pretty sure my husband and I were resting better, because we were both saying that we needed a new mattress. And we were like, did you get a good night's sleep? And we both did. So things that were not on my radar, like energy, better rest, being able to eliminate properly, having better focus, reduce brain fog, not being as anxious as I normally was. Those were things that I wasn't looking for when I first started the products, but those were things that I absolutely gained. One thing that I want to stress that I was not looking for when I started Plexus was the community of people that I now do life with. I tell people that I have probably more years behind me than I have in front of me. So my perspective and my views on a lot of things have really changed. Like that Fortune 500 company that pays me pretty decent. I would rather be working this job here that feels like I'm not working a job at all. And I feel like I am totally walking in purpose and that I'm doing something that's meaningful in life. I would rather be doing that every day of my life than waking up to a job that I feel does not appreciate me and I'm not able to add the value that I want to add. And so when I started Plexus, I wasn't expecting a community of believers and supporters that I now call family. And to me, as I have gotten older in life, that is what is most important, waking up with purpose and being able to share with other like-minded people and just chase dreams. So thank you so much for listening to me. And now I'd like to turn it back over to Jen.
Oh my goodness, you guys. That was amazing. First of all, I was taking tons of notes because I want to kind of recap a little bit. But Susan, thank you and your husband for your service. And you about had me in tears, and I'm like, Plexus is going to be the avenue that allows you to answer God's call for you to stay home. I'm like, oh my goodness, that I know exactly how that feels. And thank you for sharing that. Marquita, the whole time you were talking, I'm like, yes, that. You watching the live and watching this video, you can't see the rest of our faces, but yeah, I was like a bobblehead over here. And but like I want to just, I was, like I said, I was taking notes. I mean, I hope that you guys understand like the broad gamut of things that Plexus can help with. I mean, goodness, all over the board. Adoption, paying off debt, living, not surviving. These are just things that I heard. Postpartum mood and anxiety, healthy glucose metabolism. My goodness, eliminating properly. That is, eliminating. And I know you know what that means with digestive issues, seasonal allergies, autoimmune disorders, weight gain. I mean, it goes on. And if you're watching and you're just kind of learning what Plexus is, there's a reason why when it comes to the health issues, there's such a broad, there's so many things that Plexus helps with. It's because Plexus gets to root causes. We are addressing that glucose metabolism in helping promote healthy blood sugar levels, inflammation, and gut health. I have read that there's approximately 80 health issues tied indirectly or directly to poor gut health. And when we have products that are addressing gut health and inflammation and blood sugar. And those are 3 root causes of so many health issues. So I just want you to understand why they're so broad. And if you've watched any of the other Live Your Purposes, you've also seen other testimonies and just probably like, oh my God, how I thought Plexus was just about weight loss. No, sister, no, brother. We got a lot more than that. But Leanne mentioned too, we have a business opportunity because our products work. And I think, I can't remember, Susan was saying, Plexus is for everybody. Everybody who has a body needs Plexus. Like, we aren't selling one thing that one demographic needs or is interested in. Everybody can benefit from something Plexus has to offer. And I hope you saw through these stories that Plexus is helping all of these ladies live their purpose, fulfill their purpose, to live to their greatest potential. Even their families, it's allowing. Marquita shared about her husband and her son, and Carly shared about her son. So I hope you're understanding that. I want to tell you to please get back with the person who invited you here. Just really quick, before I close out here, there are 2 ways to get involved with Plexus. One is to become a customer, and we love our customers, or to become an ambassador. Susan mentioned joining for wholesale. I joined for wholesale as well. I love a good deal. But for $34.95, you can start your business and you get a one-time opportunity to purchase a welcome pack, either $99 or $199. $199 will get you products priced below wholesale. So that's an awesome deal. So for $135-ish or $235-ish, you can have products and start your business. In anywhere in between, if you want wholesale products and want to pay wholesale prices and maybe make enough to cover the cost of your products, you can do that, or earn commission back on the products that you're purchasing. You can do that. If you want to make an extra $500 a month to pay for soccer and maybe to help pay your mortgage, like Carly, you can do that. If you want to get in and do what Susan's doing and replace a full-time income, and what Leanne has been able to do, she's working very, very, very part-time still. You can do that at anywhere in between. There is a place for you in Plexus, and I believe that Plexus can help you live your purpose, fulfill your purpose, and live to your greatest potential and be the best you, the healthiest you that you can be. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so appreciative. Again, get back with the person who invited you here, and they can help you decide, figure out what are the right products and what is the best way for you to start your Plexus journey. Y'all have a blessed night.